So it is a time of transition. And the first stage of that transition is reactivity. Faced with the sense of a very vast problem, people return to what they have known. They want to go back to what has been. So they want to promote their ethnic identity, whether it is their racial heritage, their ethnic heritage. They want to seek their own kind for safety. They want to promote the welfare of their own kind. And when they feel threatened by the mass migration of other people, they want it to go away. They want it to return to what it was. Thus, leaders have been elected that are highly conservative, that promise the wealth and prosperity of the past, promise the securities of the past, support these sentiments of return to one's own and the diminishment of and separation from other groups of people. But the problems that face humanity cannot be solved with this psychology. And as those problems become more significant, more severe, the current solutions and the reactionary solutions that are arising will break down entirely. And people will want to face the problem that is. So, as with any serious problem, the first stage of reaction is denial. To deny the problem exists. To try to pretend it's okay, it's just like it used to be, we just need to make it like it was. But when the problem grows more severe, denial breaks down. Then there are different stages. Anger, distress, depression, hopelessness, and finally acceptance. And with acceptance comes the ability to seek solutions, even if they are very dramatic and require great changes in the world. There are times that were foreseen for a long time. Those times are upon us. But we are in the beginning stages of this shift. And so you see denial. And this can be frustrating. You can feel distress over these reactionary politics. But I would say to you, do not worry. They will be short-lived. Because denial does not last in the face, the hard reality of the truth of the situation. And as that truth becomes more evident, denial flies out the window in the need to survive, becomes dominant. Then people begin to do what they can to survive. And the people of this world are not stupid. They will change. They will adapt. They will find the way to survive and to directly address the problems. But those solutions will not be easy. The time in which this crisis could be avoided is over. Now is the time to advocate for change. Now is the time to bring positive solutions and ideas into the world which can help people adapt to new paradigms, to working cooperatively and collectively for the survival of living beings. Addressing the problems of the world today, the wars, the displaced people, the arid lands that will not produce, the heating climate, the pollution, the destruction of our collective home. It will take everyone coming together, working cooperatively. There is a great movement in that direction even now. That is the future. Have no uncertainty. That is the future. Living beings want to survive. That instinct will soon kick in. It has already been activated on a subconscious level. And that is why you see this very conservative movement to fundamentalism and ethnic ties, racial ties. And it is not just white America doing that. You see it throughout the world. It will soon change. So do not be so distressed by what you see. It will be short-lived. All right? The groundswell that is coming up from the grassroots of people wanting to address the problems, that will grow and grow and grow. You will see some very inspiring changes begin to happen in the near future. All right? Are there any questions?
How near future? How near is this happening?
Very near.
How
Not
can
as
it?
one thing, but as a series of changes in response to a worsening world situation. So the Finnish people cannot stand alone. The Brits cannot stand alone. America cannot stand alone. The Serbs cannot stand alone. No one can stand alone. The Africans cannot stand alone. The Asians cannot stand alone in the future problems that are beginning to face this world. People must stand together, and they must realize the future requires great change. So you will begin to see this groundswell of those addressing the problems growing and growing and growing. It will continue to grow. And then change will occur. There is a shift going on, a shift from the rule of the merchants, of the psychology of the merchant class, to the psychology of the warriors, of the Kshatriyans. The Vaishyas, the merchant class, are losing their hold. Their values are being displaced in a revolution of the people. For that is what is happening, a revolution of the people. And this time it is happening in a global manner. And the revolution of the people, led by those displaced intellectuals, the Vakupta Shudras, will give rise to an orderly society where the values of duty, honor, and the collective good will dominate. The process on a global scale of that change is not easy. It is already turbulent. And people do not change for no reason. They change because they must change. All right? So you already see the beginnings of this change. You will see it more and more. And you will see it reflected in political situations in the not too distant future. The will of the people cannot be denied when the people become activated. All right?
Yes.